Good day, everybody, to Beville. I got two sets of earrings here. You're going to see this one here. This is going to be one style. We're going to need some wiring, and we're going to need some beads for these two different creations. And you can see I got sort of a couple of varieties. Now, you could use any kind of bead of choice, actually, but definitely these are just something simple, as you can see. You could wear them, everything. This one's more like a bow tie, which we're going to start with first. So, what we're going to need is like here. We're going to need our wire, and we're going to need, of course, our pliers, and of course, we're going to start by putting a bead right on the middle, right here, and fasten it down and lock it in. As we're going to sit here, just a second. It's a little tricky. And, I like these. Now, the pair I'm going to make is going to be a little smaller. Now, you can use any colors of choice. You just need one main bead, which you see. Really easy. Nothing too hard about that. Next, you could choose any color you want. Now, you could choose these. You could choose any of these colors here. Whatever works for you. Now, I am going to use these pearls. I do like pearls for mine. And you just, of course, add them into next to your thing. Now, to not make them like, depending on the size of earrings you really want to aim for, we're going to use 6 pearls per side to make a relatively small but not too hard thing. It's a little difficult for me. Sorry about that. Now, I should have, of course, sorted out, as I am kind of running out. I've been kind of combining a lot of my my jewelry making stuff together, just because the fact is I do need to get some new stuff. Now, these are nice. They're kind of fashionable. So, like, if you want to give these for a gift, now they can make them any colors. I mean, I know that Easter's coming up for a lot of people and stuff like that. So, like, I mean, if you want to do pinks, purples, whatever, that's fine. You also are going to need also some earring fasteners. Now, you can pick up these at any local dollar store, or you could also pick them up at, like, one of your crafting stores. So it's really simple. So you can see here, it is difficult for me, as you notice, like, because I have to kind of push with my one hand. It's not that easy. But once you get it down like this, make sure you get it down right to the end, because you got to make sure that this here goes all the way down. So what I'm going to have to do is just get this here. Just mind me here for a minute. And try to get as tight as possible, because, you know, it does help with, like, everything. Sorry. And then once I get one more, 2 more beads here, just let me put this in. One more. Now, the beading sometimes for me can be a little bit of a hassle, because I don't have a hand to actually hold the bead. It's tricky, but I do get around for it, so everything else. Okay, so I had to kind of pull it there and kind of get it done. Okay, so you got this here. So that's just about across about 6. And the thing is, so when you do this, I already missed a bead here. This bead is more stubborn. I apologize on that. Once I get this bead on, I could show you what the next step is. Sorry. Okay, there. No, being stubborn again. So I've actually liked the fact that a lot of people are kind of curious, like, I guess, on how I actually have to struggle with, like, when I do making some of these things. And I did mention that I am going to be selling these over the summer at my local flea market. So I'm going to be doing that. And then when you're done, right here, this little bead at the end where we started, slip it through the knot that we just made. And then basically you pull. And there you go. You have yourself your first loop on the side. Now, you want to take this and put it on the other side as well. So you're going to take another 6 beads. It'd probably be easier at this point if you kind of like pre-sort your beads, like I kind of didn't at this time. I've been very tired, like, again. I've been feeling sick, but I have been trying to get some videos out, even if they've been small. And so we're going to put these in, and then I can actually show you the next step. I'm making the loop parts for the bottom here. Just a second. These are kind of all buried at the bottom. But I am going to be getting a better beading kit so that way everything's more sorted, and like these videos won't take us too long. I do apologize on that. I do like the fact that everybody's been enjoying the content I've been trying to get out. I try to get those all variety and trying to get those all done up for everybody. So we're almost done here. Just trying to get everything. Now, sometimes beads are a little stubborn because the fact is sometimes the holes are not like fully drilled through, or sometimes they're clogged. When it's been. Now, I do pick these up at Dollar Tree and everything else. Now, what we're going to do for the second half is we're going to put it back through the same bead that the first one was in. Now, this is tricky for me because due to the fact that like my hand, I can't just push it through, but it's a little bit of work for myself. If I could get, sorry, to go through, I could show you. Come on here. All right. And then when you do, make sure that it's nice and tight on each side. And then what you're going to do is pull them nice and tight. So it's going to make a form, something like this. Now, I just gotta get my next stuff here. Sorry about that. We're going to put these on like this one here. So what we're going to do is this bottom one is going to have our beads. Now, again, I would try to stick with the same color you've been using for the most part of this. So again, we're going to stick with the pearls. So we're not going to make them too super long. I'm going to use my silver beads as well. I would do, say, 4 pearl beads, 1 bead of choice, and then another pearl for the base, which will become part of that image. So what we're going to do is just kind of go and make sure you get this nice and tight because you don't want it to be loose because then it doesn't really help out. So, yeah, so we're going to go ahead again. Follow through. Just trying to get this in. Tricky trick. 1. Okay, not that one. But I'm going to take a couple of these beads out here because like this is a little silly here. But yeah, so I'm going to kind of get like a few more videos like this out for everybody. I'm going to try to make sure I get a few more different varieties as well. And kind of getting a lot of the content more steady, stuff like that. So basically going back to this, using the end of your beading wire, of course, just pick up the beads, stuff like that. Not always easy for me because like I had to really spend my time and kind of like, you know, try to get it through. Now, once you get your 4 beads, 4 beads, depending how big, like I said, you want to make your earrings. The other pair, of course, were much bigger, but sometimes people prefer the larger earrings for like, you know, costume wear, maybe party, maybe more for an outstanding thing. It's all totally up to you. And you could do any of the kinds of color styles, whatever it is you like. Just like I'll explain with our next creation and everything, that'll be good. Now, once I get this bead on, you will... Different thing. Yeah. Once you get those on, you will put now like a silver bead. So once you have like something like this, you have your course, your silver bead and your pearl bead. Like I said, 4, 1 silver. Now, taking the end that you have here, you're going to go against that silver bead and go back up through that particular wire, which will give you that kind of long thing. So here, we're just going to do it. This is going to be a little tricky for me. Sorry about that. Because it's tricky to kind of hold for me. And I can't like physically push it. So it has to come up here to the middle as best as you can. Once I could get so far up, usually what I'll do is I'll just usually use my pliers to kind of punch it through. This has been stubborn. So give me a moment here. Okay, there we go. And we're going to make sure to try to get it through, and we're going to need these. So taking that, I will grab the end of the wire and just finish the pull. There we go. Now make sure it is tight. You don't try to leave as many gaps as you can. There. I just had to wrap and pull here. So once you get it like tight as best as you can, which I am trying here. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah. So you got your first one. With a bit of like a wrap motion around the top half of that one, you will now have this will become that on this side. So what we're going to do is repeat the process and do the exact same on the other side as well. So we're going to take this again. And the thing is, though, these are actually really, really cute if you're actually looking like maybe like a spring dress, or maybe just like a gift for a grandmother or stuff like that. I have done a couple different styles. Actually, I will be probably doing a video. I actually made a pair of beater earrings, like whisk beaters earrings. It was kind of an interesting thing, and then it did require a bit of wire, but if you like have a grandmother or something like, you know, who loves like cooking and who likes to wear like earrings and stuff, it's actually a kind of a cute little idea. And I thought, like, you know, for any of the Italians, or even just somebody who just looking to give like the mother of the family something nice, it is typically cool. I'll actually post that video soon. So again, once you get to the end of this, again, we're going to loop it up to the top here and then kind of do it. So yeah. Give me a sec here. Like I said, it's a bit of a struggle to get it, so, but everything else. And, like, you could use, like, again, like, I'm using 6 for the top, but you could use as many, or make them as big as you want. I wouldn't recommend too big, as, you know, you don't want to gain cotton, like, hair, clothing, stuff like that. So these are not too bad. Sorry, here. All right. And, yeah. And again, so once you get it nice, pull it tight, make sure, but here you can see like it was a little loose, and you don't want it looking different from the top, so that's why I'm trying to pull it a little tighter for you. All right, once I could get this piece here, and so yeah, okay, let me, I'm pulling, stubborn actually. Okay. All right, we're pretty close. All right. Just make sure it's extra tight, because you don't want it to be, like I said, like too loose. All right, right. Once you're done, you're going to bring it. Okay, sorry. All right, all right, all right. There. Okay, there we go. I noticed it was not quite to the top. And once you get to the top, you're going to again give it a little bit of like a loop, trying to get it to the top so we can kind of like make our thing. Now, I don't have hoops, unfortunately, so in this video you're not going to see me putting the hoops on that are easy. It doesn't have to be hoops, it could be earring, any type of earring closure. And so now we're going to take, then make like our part for the top here. So we're going to take this, just a second here. Take these. Like this one here is the only one I have left, unfortunately. That normally goes on top. So this is what you could buy. Like I said, most dollar stores will do it. And this is just from like an earring of mine. So I'm not going to take that off. I'm going to put that through the top up here. If you have them, that's great. Now taking this, we're going to actually make a loop coming through. We're going to go through the top side here. Now, it will be snug. Just use a little patience and kind of push it through. That will make our little loop, and then we're going to actually put it, let's give it a second here. This is a bit of a stubborn thing. All right, come on. Now, don't worry if the earring kind of looks a little deformed at first, because as soon as it gets all settled and over with, it is easily like put back and everything. Now you don't actually need it. Now see, I got this here. put it through the top. So now we're going to make our loop. Now we're going to put that back down and kind of make our loop coming through. And it doesn't matter if it's snug, because the snugger the better, because you don't want it too loose, causes less breakage, stuff like that. But it is stubborn to kind of, get done, stuff like that. So, which is a little tricky for me. I am trying to get it done. Yeah. Don't mind me if I struggle here for a few moments here, because I'm really trying to get it. And once you get it, just pull. Now, you want to leave just enough for, like when you're making like a whole. So there we go. Like we got the thing. So you kind of leave like a little like loop, and just simply twist it a little bit, pull it a little bit tighter. All right, don't want it too big. And then I just give it. Okay, there you go. Just taking your pliers, give it a couple twists for that top piece. That will finish to secure on that, and you basically now have a place for your loop hook. And you just finish with the tie around. Sorry. And put that around. Sorry. And that around, so that way it kind of finishes it off. And you could already see how pretty it is. It's really, really nice. It looks really, really sharp. And when you're done, you're going to need your scissors. Snip off any excess wire, string, whatever it is. And there you go. And you got yourself some pretty. Now you can actually just fix it. It doesn't matter. It still looks really, really cute. And yeah, that's all it needs for doing. So now, if you want, we could do another video later on. So you can see there's two different sizes. This is a small one. Right here, and then of course I got the blue one, which is a much larger one. You don't have to do it this big, honestly, but I mean, it's just kind of like an idea for a comparison of what you could do and stuff like that. And they are actually really adorable, and I actually seen them becoming like more fashionable, as you can see. And you can see, like I said, these are kidney hooks, I think. I don't remember, but they're pretty. Yeah. So there we go. Clean, simple, and easy to do. Thought you'd like to see that one part. I also got another video hair earrings I want to show you, and there's he's right here. And these are more like a style kind of thing. Like you don't have to necessarily make these. You can use these beads of choice. Like I personally like the white ones, because then I usually take my time. I could decorate them stuff. You're going to need all these different things. Now, I do have all the stuff that we're going to need. So we're going to need kind of something like these. You're going to need 4 for this particular one. You're 4 colors, like kind of smaller beads like this. Now, it doesn't have to be these colors. And then you're going to need some accessory. And then you're going to need a couple of these. Now, I got a couple of these different kinds. I got these heart ones here and stuff like that. But you're also going to need these particular ones. If you want to make them in this style, it doesn't have to be. This is just to show you an idea. Like I do have, like I said, a couple different varieties. Like this one's, like I said, a star. I also have a couple other ones. I also think I have like something like a medallion, I think it was, and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah. So if you want to make them, yeah. Now you could use also like something like a pearl, like which I got like thing. They're a little bit smaller. Totally up to you. You don't necessarily have to follow with the same colors. You could use these clear ones. Up to you. Totally cool. Nothing wrong with that. And just get creative with it. Get creative with the colors. I'm just using the white, just as kind of showing you what we could do. So yeah, now with the rest of this, we're going to, of course, be needing our wire and all that simple stuff. We're going to use this stuff. So yeah, you could use, like I said, any of these kinds of styles. I got a couple, like you see here. Yeah, take a choice, whatever you think would look good. Go to a local crafting store. I'm sure there's like several varieties you could get. Like it doesn't have to be this. So yeah, let's get started and see what we could do about maybe getting this started out. So again, we're going to need our wire. Now I'm going to start up this new roll here. You can tell it's still brand new. I'm just going to wire it here. And we're going to actually get started. Now, I would say about a meter, not even that, about a meter of wire. You could use, of course, beading wire of choice. It doesn't have to be like silver. It could be red. It could be gold. It could be blue. It could be green. It's all creative at this point, and that's what I'm trying to aim at. So yeah. Now, what we're going to need to do to start the base is once we get this piece off, there, we're going to go over here. I usually like to have a little extra beading wire because usually for me, because like I said, with my hand, it's really hard, so I need like a little extra pull. That's why I use quite a bit. And then I use disc scraps for making other bits of jewelry and later on and stuff. So now what we're going to do to start is we're going to take it and we're going to make our knot at the top. I'm going to put this aside. And I'm going to hold with my one hand, of course. And this is how I do some of my earrings. So just an idea. It's easy for me. So my one hand's free and the other one's just kind of holding it. So make sure you got like kind of like this little knot thing to, and make sure because it's really secure. Don't just do it once and think it's going to be secure. Try a couple times, make sure it's nice and tight. So yeah, okay. So now we're going to need is our little round beads to start. So I would suggest if you're going to use one color for the top and a different color for the bottom, I would suggest to keep the pattern up for the following kind of for the other side as well, so it kind of keeps it all even and stuff like that. Anyway, so once you get that on, bring that all the way up again to the top of your earring. Don't worry, as long as you got that loop knot at the top, it's nice and big. It's not going to come off. No big issues. Now, once we push this over top, we're going to need, of course, we're going to put that side. Yeah, we're going to take our one bead. Now, it doesn't have to be this color, like I said. It doesn't need to, but we're going to put that on. It's easy. You could buy probably ones with smaller hole. I think the holes in them, this one's maybe made for more like bigger jewelry and stuff like that. So sometimes I do use them, not very often. And then when you follow with, of course, the other kind of thing. So you're going to have something like this. Yeah. Not too hard, not too uneven, so that's easy. As you can see. Yeah. And now we're going to fold, and we're going to take, put this part right here, which I'm going to show you. Right here. Yep. And we're going to put that, and that will secure those beads upwards. Not too hard. These ones are actually more simple than the other ones that we just made. And I do like to, I actually sometimes do showcase these, like when I'm walking and stuff like that. Like I wear them and stuff like that. And I like to kind of like an idea, like, so people kind of like to see like what there is and stuff like that. And now, once you get your other piece on, like, oh, sorry, I forgot to put my other one on. All right. Yeah. There we go. All right. There we go. Once you get that on, yeah, sorry, hard to see. You're going to have the two beads down here. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to put the bead on the bottom, or the charm, or whatever you want to say, because you want to bring it to the top here. And we're going to actually bring it to the very top, because you try to want to make sure it's nice and secured and, like I said, really, really, really tight. So once you get there, now we're going to be going always through. Don't worry about slip knotting the bottom. It's not going to matter at this point. Now, I mean, you could, if you wish, make it more of like a freestanding. These are just kind of more like an idea of what you could do. But experiment with it. I mean, most dollar stores, I think, do believe have like a beading section. Here in Ontario, we do have like Dollarama. We got Dollar Tree. So like I buy a lot of my crafting supplies from them, and it's not too expensive. So if you're thinking, oh well, I just want to start doing something really simple, yeah, it's not that hard. It will take a little bit of patience to do, and everything else. So once you get this piece up to top here, I'm going to pull that, I'm going to wrap that around my fingers. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little tricky because it doesn't always wrap around. All right. Anyway, but yeah, so like a good shout out to all those who are learning to wanting to learn to bead and stuff like that. It's not so bad. I find it passes the time. You could be surprised how fast like an evening might go, or maybe a snow day if you're just kind of like starting out, stuff like that. Now, these are not too complex and whatnot, but it's fine. And once you get to the top here, wrap it around the top. Kind of gives like a little bit more of like a fastening and stuff like that. For me, I'm just wrapping it around here. Just sorry about that. Second. It's tricky. Yeah. And I just have to pull. All right. And once you get like that, it's kind of like fastened over. Now, yeah, you've kind of, now you just take your scissors, snip it off, and yeah, pretty much. And it just like even it out. Like this is just more like an easy pair of like earrings. Maybe you just want to kind of go like to a bit of a party, or maybe somewhere, some friend's house. You just kind of want to wear something kind of coolly weird. It's kind of cool. It's like this. So yeah, kind of a different style, but kind of cool and everything else. So yeah, I hope that you've all been really enjoying the fact about these earrings. It's been really, really fun. And so yeah, experiment, play around with it, and definitely try to do the best and everything else. I look forward to you guys in the next video. Cheers!